Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. Once again, we are looking ahead to today's slate for Thursday, January the 16th. As normal, you guys all did pretty good last night, and for the most part, a lot of the picks I had in that lineup that I gave you guys, well, I guess the half lineup, a lot of those guys did not do too bad. Carmelo didn't do bad, Westbrook, so on and so forth. So if you used that core of players, you probably didn't do too bad last night. So hopefully you guys use them. Like I said, a lot of these guys are do go off. So um, yeah, so hopefully you guys did good, and it wasn't too bad for us once again yesterday. For Wednesday, we are now 5 out of 7 with a probably about a top five, top four, top 5% finish last night. Came in 10th place here in a $100 entry, so not too shabby with $600. So yeah, this was my lineup. I'll show you guys some of our subscribers. They didn't win as much, but everyone has different levels of what they're playing. So anything with profit is always good. So anyway, what was Simmons here? I was telling you guys in the video I really liked him, man, and for good reason. Had 45.7. Satoransky was popping up on the projections, and I was a little iffy with this dude. I'm always iffy with Satoransky, but he popped up. I was gonna go Brogdon, but Sabonis decided he wanted to play, so I did scratch that one. Brogdon still didn't do too bad. I wanted Westbrook in there, but just couldn't afford him here last night. Went with Levine. I was telling you guys I liked him. For the most part, this game wasn't too great, Chicago-wise. At halftime, Satoransky wasn't doing that much, and but thankfully they picked it up there in the second half. Buddy, I mean, he did good, 25 points, but he didn't do anything else with it. So a little bit of a letdown there. Tobias Harris went off with 53.5. Browns sucked in the first half, but fortunately picked it up there in the second half with 12 rebounds. Lane says solid 38.9. Marketing solid cash at 25.1, and then Jokic at 38.6. I thought for sure Jokic was going to go off, especially with Murray being out that second half with against Charlotte, but he didn't do anything, unfortunately. But yeah, that's kind of how we did yesterday. So definitely we'll take it once again. And like I said, these are some of our subscribers that didn't bet as much, but still won some money, and they are increasing their bankroll pretty easily. So that is it. Like I said, 5 out of 7 days. If you guys want to come join us, let us know. Just excuse me, just hit us up on our Twitter, and also we have our website down there. All you need to do is go to the website, go to the NBA, follow the couple steps we got there, and then after that, message us on Twitter, and we'll get you all set up on that. So yeah, pretty good night last night. And like I said, hopefully you guys did good as well. So anyway, 5 gamer today, 7:30 Eastern time lock. So keep that in mind. 30 minutes later than normal. So our first game we got is Phoenix in New York. We have a 225 and Phoenix by 3. So they're expecting this one to be pretty competitive. They're only giving Phoenix a 3 spread here, even though they've been pretty good. Kelly Oubre is out. So yeah, on paper, it looks like the more competitive, close game here tonight. So honestly, Rubio and Peyton, they're both in play. I know they've been both up and down, but Rubio maybe a couple extra buckets, one or two are here. Sorry, one or two here and there. Peyton, he's always up and down. I had him last game, and he was awesome for me. Got ejected, so that was pretty cool. There against Milwaukee, so he might get you 25 to 30 in this one. He's definitely an up and down guy, as we know. Booker, I love him for sure. I'm only going to go RJ Barrett, I think, if Marcus Morris is out, because once Morris comes back, that hurts his usage rate quite a bit. And I'm always skeptical with this dude. I get it, he's been hot, but he always decides to suck every time I pick him. So hopefully he continues that. Yeah, I mean, if Morris plays, that hurts him a little bit, but I mean, he's also been pretty solid as well. So if Morris is out once again, which I hope he is, RJ Barrett could be not too bad of an option here. Kelly Oubre's out, so I don't know who's going to start. Maybe Mikal Bridges. We'll have to see. Cameron Johnson could be a half decent pick as well at $3,600. I don't think a lot of people will talk about him. I had a 25 against Atlanta, so his role definitely may increase a little bit here with Kelly being out. Randall, I think he'll be very popular on this 5 gamer. Got to put him in there. And don't mind Aiton. Solid cash play, 35, 36. Price went down to 7,400. I like him. He's always a solid cash option for me. So, yeah, I'll definitely probably have a couple in this one. Uh, like say a couple shares of Rubio Payton. Main guy, I'll probably have his Booker. A couple shares of R.J. Barrett, depending on Marcus Morris. Bridges if he starts. Randall and Aiton. So yeah, I mean it's one of the more competitive games out there with the 225. So and only a 3 spread. So I like it quite a bit. Boston, Milwaukee 223 in Milwaukee by 8. So Brown is game time decision. He has like a little bit of a thumb issue. It'd be interesting to see what they do here. It is only 30 minutes after lock, so we might get an update on Brown. If he doesn't play for some reason, um, you could always look at Smart, Hayward, Walker's been terrible, but you can look at him. I mean, they're going to be down Brown and Tatum, so there's got to be a little bit of usage go somewhere, or they're just going to get absolutely blown out here by like 20. So we'll have to see what's going on with Brown here. Bledsoe could have a bounce back night if this game stays close, because if not, they'll just bench him in the third quarter. Giannis, I mean, there's not that many big stars out there, so you can easily get Giannis in there, I think. So he's going to get you 50-55. Daniel Theis, Tatum's out once again, and yeah, 4,400, one of my top value plays out there. A lot of people are going to have him, though. 27 minutes against Detroit. His minutes did get bumped up a little bit more than his average, and he had 31. So I don't expect 31 here, maybe 24, 25, but still love Daniel Theis and maybe Cantor in one off. But yeah, we'll have to see what's going on with Brown. If Brown's out, that's gonna really hurt a little bit of this Boston team. But there's gonna be usage go around with Hayward, Theis, and a little bit of Walker. Smart's always up and down to me, man, and it's not really the best matchup for him either. As you see here, kind of an all-around up and down kind of player. So um, but yeah, you got Middleton, Giannis, and Bledsoe. They're not the greatest picks here, but still, I mean, you got to put a couple of them in there just because it's not the greatest slate with the big boys. So Giannis is always, just put him in there. He'll get you his 50-55. Utah against New Orleans, 227. Utah by 5. So I think this one could be good. New Orleans is getting a couple of their guys back, so that's always a plus for them. Definitely could look at Lonzo. I get Ingram's back, but Lonzo, I don't know, man. He's clicking a little bit here recently. Like I said, I tell you guys I don't like playing him, but he looks like he's kind of getting it under his belt here. Almost 3 straight triple doubles here for him. Last time against Utah, he had 40.1. So, yeah, it looks like ever since Holiday's out, this guy plays a little bit better. So, ball is worth a look at 6,500. I don't mind Mitchell. He has been just absolute trash, but 6,600 bucks, I think he can easily get you 5 times for sure. I think he can get you 30 to 35 in this one. I mean, yeah, it really hasn't been the worst, hasn't been the greatest. Last time against New Orleans, he had 35-8, so definitely worth a look. 6,600, way too cheap in my opinion, even though he's streaky, but he's 6,600. That's pretty cheap. Ingram is 8,900, not the best matchup as we know against Utah, but um, he's going to be back out there, no Holiday. So as we know, usage rate won't be too bad for him. Last time against Utah had 55. I don't expect that from him. Maybe 40, 42. So I don't mind him. Bojan, Joe Ingles, both those guys are in play. Pick who you want. I like both of them. Favors should play, which might hurt Jackson Hayes a little bit. And obviously you got your big boy Rudy Gobert down there. Told you guys to pick him last time against Brooklyn. Hopefully you guys did because he had 57.1. So yeah, solid cash game. 9,200. The guy's going to get you quite a bit of points. Had a bad one against New Orleans last time out, but Rudy's Rudy. I don't mind him at all. I don't know if I'll have the money for him, but definitely worth a look for sure. All right, moving on. Denver, Golden State, 214. Denver only by 6 in this one. So it looks like Murray probably not going to play. It's a back-to-back. Didn't finish the game yesterday, so not expecting him to play. Morris could get you 20, 22 in this one. you can look at Russell, not the greatest spot, but if they're only expecting this to be a six spread, Russell's going to have a lot to do with this game. Will Barton, I do like him. Is Gary Harris going to be out in this one as well? So we'll have to see if Gary Harris is going to be out. If Harris and Murray are out again, I hate picking this guy just because they don't play him. But Michael Porter, I think, is going to have to get a little bit more run. Uh, I just don't know. I get it. He's coming back from injury, but play the guy. He obviously is capable of doing it. Had 20. Had 39 against Charlotte. I like him. I mean, if they start the guy, then he's a solid option. But if he comes off the bench, you just don't know what Malone's going to do with him. So, um, don't expect him to start him, unfortunately. So he's definitely a wild card play. I do like Grant. Once again, he went off for us again, 20 to 22 for him. Plus, with these guys being out, extra little bump for him as well. And you got Nikola Jokic. I don't mind going back to the well with this guy. Would rather go Rudy Gobert, but I think Jokic could have more like upside of 55, 60. But Rudy Gobert, I think, is your more reliable cash game play. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of going Jokic here over Rudy, but both those guys are definitely good spots for sure. So, yeah, in this one, I'm looking at Jokic, a couple shares of Morris. He's not ultra reliable, so I might limit him a little bit in how much I have of him. Russell, maybe 34, 35. Will Barton, I like him. Michael Porter, he's risky, but like I said, he definitely has a potential for sure. And I like Jermaine Grant in this one as well. So that's what we got going on. And that one, Orlando Clippers last game, 216 and Clippers by 11. So yeah, I mean Orlando kind of shocked the world last night. I get they didn't have AD, but yeah, I mean they. Orlando didn't have Fournier or some of their main guys either, so they almost blew it at the end though. But anyway, Marquez Fultz had a really good game. I'm not really feeling him here. I get it. He did good against a pretty good Lakers defense against the point guard, but I don't know. I mean, he might be okay 28 to 30 in this one. We'll have to see what's going on with Fournier, but I don't know if we'll get word on him before lock. Beverly price still doesn't really come up on this guy, $5,300. He's still going to get you 25 to 30 without Paul George. As you see, very good in this offense without Paul George. I mean, even with him, but he's obviously a little more productive fantasy wise. So don't mind Beverly. Liv Williams in play. Terrence Ross in play. Harkless deep GPP punt only. If you need him, maybe 18 to 20, but that's only if he starts. Kawhi Leonard, I think you could be able to get him in here tonight. Um, Aaron Gordon, and maybe 26 to 30 in this one. He has been good recently, so definitely keep that in mind. And especially with Fournier being out, a little bit extra usage. Vukovic didn't do too good, but he was going up against the, uh, Block City over there. So that's just what happens to everybody, all the big boys, centers over there. Can't do much against the McGee and Howard over there. So bad night for him. I don't expect him to do as bad here. I think his ownership will be really low. But if you're looking at the three centers, Rudy, Vukovic, and Jokic, I think Vukovic could be a sneaky play in GPP just because the ownership won't be too high. And like I said, if Fournier's out once again, a little extra usage for him, I think you get you 44 to 45 in this one. So, and he's a little bit cheaper as well. So yeah, I don't mind him in GPPs. Rudy in cash games, I think Jokic as your guy that could have a lot of upside, and then Vukovic kind of your cheaper center with lower ownership, and then you got Montrezl Harrell as well. So that is what we got going on here for today. Go see if I can plug in a couple guys for you. So I'm going to go Lonzo. All right, there we go. And then it's kind of here. Like I said, you can look at Peyton, Fultz, Rubio. I don't mind those guys. Probably have a couple shares of Rubio, but I do like Patrick Beverly going Ball and Beverly combo. And then I think you got a little bit of money to spin up for. You can definitely go Booker here. Um, And then the other shooting guard, Lou Williams, Mitchell maybe, R.J. Barrett. I think Lou Williams could be your safer bet, but Mitchell for sure has the better matchup and more upside for sure. And then you got just a whole bunch of mess going on here at that small forward position. Giannis, like I said, got to put him in there. Will Barton, solid option. Bojan, Joe Ingles, those guys are in play, and they got Mikal Bridges as well. And then power forward, if you can't get Kawhi, don't have to have him. You could go Kawhi Leonard and Rando combo, and then you can fade Giannis. It's a little risky, but you could fade him if you need to be a little bit different. So we're gonna go Randall here, and then you could go Daniel Theis. You could easily go Kawhi Leonard, Theis for sure. Um, if you don't want any of those guys, you could go Theis, Grant, but I really want at least Randall or Kawhi Leonard in there. And then your center position, like I said, you got Jokic, Rudy, and Vukovic. If you can't afford those guys, Aiton is probably my safest option cash game wise at $7,400. That's probably where I would go if you can't afford the big boys at 74. I think he is a solid option for sure. So that gives you 6,500 bucks. I don't think you can fit in Giannis, maybe, but it's definitely going to be a little risky for you. I mean, a little hard for you. Put in Joe Ingles, and that gives you 2,600. So yeah, you're a little off there. It's gonna be hard to get him in there here tonight. So that's kind of what we got going on. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, we have been hot as well, um, as you guys have been seeing lately. We are now 5 out of 7 in our last 7 days, and yeah, not doing too bad as you guys have seen. So, want to come join us to get in? Check out our website in the comment section below. Get all signed up there, and message us on Twitter when you guys are all done. Saying, hey, signed up. What do I do now? And we'll help you guys out quite a bit there. So. That is mostly it. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support recently on the likes. And also, if you guys are new here, hit that sub button. We do NBA advice video almost every single day, as you guys have seen here today. So, would love to have you guys come join us and to help you guys out with some picks. So, yeah, that is it. Hopefully, you guys have a pretty good Thursday. We'll see you guys here on Friday.